Hey Aries, it's Naj, the Tarot Snob, and I'm here with your weekly tarot scopes for the week of June 15th. And guess what, Aries? I did switch my deck out as promised, okay? For the last 6 or 7 weeks, we've been doing Aries tarot reading. The Tower card has been falling every week. You guys fussed at me in the comments. You told me you're tired of that damn Tower, so I have switched the deck and see if we can get some new energy on it, okay? This reading is going to be for those of you that are in love or got a special somebody on your mind, your husband or wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, secret crush, your boo thing, whoever it is that you are thinking of at this moment. That's who this reading is going to be about, okay? So let's go ahead and get right into it. But first, remember to subscribe to my channel and then also like this video because it helps other Aries like yourself get a hold of me. TarotSnob at gmail.com is the Gmail to reach out to me to schedule a personal reading. And then also Gypsy_Hustle is my Instagram. I do free readings every Friday over there, and you guys don't want to miss that. I do them in my stories. So make sure you check that out. I'll put those things in the description, all right? Let's get right into it. And I do want to say that readings are going to be a little bit shorter this week. I usually try to do about 15 to 20-minute videos, but they're going to be a little bit shorter because I have so many scheduled readings and my personal readings are first priority. So because I have so many lined up, I have to shorten my videos just this week only. So I'll be back with the full videos. I mean, I guess it depends on how my week goes. I do the major shuffle off of camera, so I do a little something here, let a few slip out. We'll go ahead and take that one. Let's see what we have here. Aries love reading. Aries love for the week of June 15th. We'll take that one. Aries love. Aries, oh, that was sloppy. Hold on. Put that one back in there. We'll put that back in there. Aries love. We'll take that one. Let's take one more. That one popped out. We saw that one. All right, we'll take those two. All right, Aries love reading for the week of June 15th. Let's see what we have. All right, so Aries, what I am getting this week is I feel like, actually, you know what? Let me see here if that's some change coming. Okay, so I feel like I've got the 5 of Cups. I'm feeling some of you are worried about a certain somebody. Somebody's on your mind a lot, somebody that you're thinking about, and it's got you worried this week. Feels like you're kind of wondering what they're doing, what they're thinking about. You're wondering the state of the relationship. You're wondering what's next. I just feel like you're just kind of at this point where you're wondering and you're also worrying. You don't really know what's next for you and this person. I'm also getting the 8 of Pentacles, and this to me feels like it's possible that you're, working really hard to try to make this relationship happen. And I don't know if they're getting the same from you, but I feel like you're putting in a lot of energy and not quite getting back what you want. Or if you're not putting in that energy, this just means that it's a lot of damn work to be with this person, to be friends with this person, to be in love with this person, or just to be around this person is just so much work. And now you're worried what's next. You're worried what's next for your own self, your own sanity. You're worried what's next for you. You're worried what's next for you and that person. It's just like, I'm just so tired and I just don't know what I'm doing at this point. That's the energy that I'm getting. Now, I did get the Wheel of Fortune as well. That's why I had to pull a few more qualifying cards, because this could also mean that there is change between you and this person coming. The Wheel of Fortune does signify like luck and a change and, something good coming. Whenever I get this in my love reading, it usually means like a change of energy, like a shift in energy. So that's why I wanted to see if that's what I was getting for you guys. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Listen, I don't know what to say. Like I changed the deck. I switched the entire deck out. So Aries, we need to talk. I mean, we just need to talk. We need to have a sit down. I need to go live on my Instagram. We need to talk. I don't know why this keeps coming up, but there's something or someone in your life that needs to be purged out. There is some incident that's eventually going to happen, and you know that it's going to happen, and you keep avoiding it. You keep running from it. You keep escaping it. This breakup possibly needs to happen, and you're just holding on to it, or you just can't let it go. You know what I'm saying? This person and you will eventually crash and burn, but you just cannot let them go. This relationship is a bad idea, but you just cannot let that person go. I feel like there is just something there. This tower keeps coming up. Now, also, hold on, give me 1 second, because it's not all bad, but I'm just talking to some of you at the moment. I feel like some of you do need to let this person go. Like I said, you know it, but you keep running from it. I feel like, it's a bad idea. I feel like there is going to be a bad incident that happens eventually. If it haven't happened already, there is something out there in the future for you and this person that is just not good. Okay, that's how this comes up every week. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if you're just now showing up to this channel, this is your first week, I need to tell you that for the last few weeks I've been doing the Aries reading, and we get the tower. It keeps coming up, and I just can't explain why. So I changed, or I can't explain why actually, but I changed the deck. This is not my normal deck that I read with. I changed it specifically for Aries, and the tower is still finding its way into this reading. So I just feel like this is something that you really need to take a look at. If you show up every week and you get this tower offline, outside of me, how about you look up what the tower means and see how it resonates with you? How about you look into having a tower moment? I can tell you with this deck, they've got meanings on the cards. I don't follow readings that are on cards because I generally don't need to. But this says catastrophic accident, things happening very quickly, or at lightning pace. So this is like a major change. Remember, I told you there is some kind of shift in energy that's coming as well. But this means like some major unexpected change between you and this person. The inevitable is going to happen, with you and this person, and it's not always good. But let's look at it this way as well, because the tower can also represent needing to destroy and rebuild. So sometimes the tower is probably one of the scariest cards in the deck. It is, because sometimes it represents things happening you didn't know it was coming. It's unexpected. But because this card is like one of the worst cards in the deck, there's nowhere to go but up. So if I pulled this card first, or whenever I pulled it, every other card after that would be a better card than the tower, which means that you're going nowhere but up. So after you have this moment, after you destroy the negative that's in this relationship, or destroy all the bad, you get to rebuild. You know what I'm saying? So it's possible that you need to stop whatever you're doing with this person. Now, if you are the one who don't need to let this person go, you need to hang on now, I'm talking to you. Some of you need to just get rid of that person. You know who you are. But for some of you, you need to destroy the old and start something new with this person. Whatever that is, that thing that's lingering in your relationship, somebody who did something to you a year ago, you can't get over. Maybe you did something to them. Maybe you guys fight a lot about the same thing. Maybe it's arguing. There is something there. If you don't want to let this person go, but you keep having these moments with this person, then you need to stop and destroy whatever it is that's causing you guys to have these moments, or these potential moments, and you need to rebuild. What can I do to make this relationship change? Do I have to be the bigger person and say, you know what, I apologize for that, or I'm sorry we got here, how can we fix it? But this card can definitely represent starting over. Like I said, I've got the Wheel of Fortune, so I know there is a shift in energy coming with you and somebody. But this card, I think that I'm getting this week to week because they want you to start over. After you have this big tower moment, like I said, some of you are like, all right, I'm wiping my hands with this. I'm done with this relationship. I don't ever want to be with this person again. And that is fine, because there is a message here that says you need to stop dealing with this person, and you know it. But then for some of you, this is a different message. You need to start over. You keep doing the same things and getting the same results. You're working hard on this relationship. You're not seeing what it is that you want to see. And that's why I think week to week, Aries, I'm getting this tower moment. I think that I'm really supposed to be telling you guys, for those of you who feel like maybe you should not be letting this person go, well, you need to try things a different way. You need to destroy all that old shit that you guys were dealing with. Destroy it, and let's rebuild. I really think that's what the message is. I mean, every single week I've gotten the tower for you guys. And like I said, the tower, for me personally, when I do my readings, it does represent some unexpected drama to come. It does represent, things crashing and burning, or come crashing down. Yeah, it does represent that. But in some cases, it represents that these things need to happen so that you guys can move forward and move on to something better. Because I definitely, like I said, I got the Wheel of Fortune early on. I definitely believe that a change in energy is coming. I don't know if we'll get this tower next week. I don't know. I feel like Some of you will start to get it, and I don't, and we'll see next week. We'll see if we get this tower. It's blowing my mind that it keeps coming up for you guys. Offline, believe it or not, when I read a lot of Aries, I get the tower as well. So I don't know. I feel like we're going to shift the energy, and I think that maybe next week that tower won't show up. But I hope this was helpful for a lot of you Aries, because I think, like I said, some of you need to get rid of the person that you'll need to face the inevitable. The 10 of Swords sometimes can say that. Let's see, I was trying to see if that was going to come up. But the 10 of Swords definitely can represent you need to face, what it is that you're running from. You need to communicate more and talk to the person. You need to say, hey, let's sit down and let's talk about the shit that we're dealing with. Let's face this. Let's talk about it. Let's get all of our feelings out. Let's stop. Let's communicate. Let's tell me everything that you're thinking. Go. I'm going to tell you everything that I'm thinking. Let's stop keeping secrets from each other. Let's really, really get to the root of our problem, and let's talk, because I'm tired of having these damn tower moments. Tell them you're tired of having a tower moment and see what they say. No, but really, I just feel like a conversation needs to be had, or I feel like you need to get rid of that person, or I feel like you need to destroy all the old shit that you guys have been hanging on to, all the old stuff that you guys have been just building up, and all of the stuff that's been going on for years after years after years, or months after months, however long you've been with that person. All of this has just been building up. It's going to lead to this big blow up moment. But before that happens, or if that has already happened or whatever, things need to be destroyed. Actually, let me go back. This needs to happen for some of you, so that you can destroy all that old shit and rebuild. Okay, thank you so much, Aries. I hope that this helped. I hope this resonates. Definitely set up a personal reading with me if you like. tarotsnipe@gmail.com. Let's see if we can uncover this tower moment, or any other readings that you may have for me. Gypsy Hustle at Gypsy_Hustle is my Instagram. I do free readings every Friday over there. You guys don't want to miss that. I'll put all these things in the description. Thank you so much, and I will be back next week. I cannot believe we had this tower moment again.